Hello and welcome, and today we're going to talk about this, our new compost bin. What we've done here is we've built it out some scrap bits of wood. We've got a nice firm bottom, which is essential when you're building a compost bin, because you want to be able to shovel in and out with your spade. And also we've put some kind of 4x4 pieces of wood at the bottom to let some airflow around. Airflow is very important to the compost bin because it's the airflow that allows the heat to dissipate through. We've also drilled some holes in the side so we can get some ventilation into this. So what people often ask is, what do we put in a compost bin? Well, it's a mix of things. We want some of this stuff, fruit and vegetable household waste. And it's very important we don't put any chicken bones or anything in there, or food that might attract undesirable animals to come pillage your compost bin. But we've got some coffee grounds in there and some tea bags. What I like to do too is add a little bit of wood ash. In addition to that, we've also got some lights, which is a little bit of gravel mixed in with some leaves and some other bits and bobs. So what we're going to do, composting is all about layering. So we're going to start with this, which is some old grass clippings. So you get those grass clippings in there like that. Now these are last year's grass clippings. So they're already starting to compost down a little bit, which is nice. Remember, we don't want any roots of... That's a bramble root, you remember we took some of those apart earlier. So that's going to be the base of what we're going to start working with here. So old grass clippings on the bottom, make sure there's not too many bits of wood in there, because we don't want it too woody. And then I'm going to put up our grass clippings, our vegetable waste on top of those grass clippings there. And then on top of that, if we just left it like that right now, the dog would be all over that, looking to come and have a sniff. So what you then need to do is put another layer on top of that. And what I'm going to use is this, it's a riddle. And we're going to riddle some old wood ash into the top of it. This is just to get some diversity going in here. So this is wood ash that's been out of the fire for about a week now, because we don't want any heat from the wood ash to catch fire to the compost bin. And we're taking out just the pure ash. You see, we're leaving all the charcoaly bits because I don't want those in there. And importantly, you don't want any nails or bits of old wood in there, because that's going to take too long to rot down. On top of that little wood ash pile we just made, we're then going to put some gravel on the sand. We don't want to have too much of the wood ash in there, because it's going to create a bind, so it's going to actually stop some of the nitrogen coming out into the soil, and that's what we want to get, is good nitrogen type compost. So something else you can put in here, which is going to be important, this is an old paper towel, so bits of old newspaper can be really good for compost, but you've got to cut them up really small. You see, we're just sprinkling that into there. And then what we're going to finish off with is just some old topsoil. I'm going to put a thin layer on top of that. Work that up a little bit. So this is an old pot plant. You break up the soil from this. This is nice and moist. One thing that people forget is that a compost needs to get watered and looked after and turned. So what we're doing here, we're just creating this layering effect. It's going to help trap some of the heat in. And let it start to break down and start to compost. We're then going to add another little layer on top of that of some more composting, some grass clippings that are starting to rot down, which is good. And then what I like to finish with is some leaf muck, some leaves. Now you remember from some of our early videos, we've been storing old leaves from our spring cleanup in some bags at the back here, and that is just ideal because it's already wet and starting to rot down a little bit, and they've only been in that bag about 3 or 4 weeks. So we're now going to close that up, and now we're just going to fasten this up like so. And then what we're going to do, just to finish off, we're going to use our watering can just to water the inside of that. Not completely soaking wet, just wet enough, because this is, remember, a living, breathing organism. Now what some people forget about is that this living, breathing, composting organism that we're creating is not only going to generate heat, but we're also going to need to turn it over every so often. So you can see there, it's already a bit wet, and we're going to keep adding to that. One thing we're also going to do to kind of help that heat, you see I've got some of these things, and all they are these very unenvironmentally friendly hard styrofoam blocks, which probably take 1,000,000 years to compost down on their own. But what we're going to do with them, we're going to put them on top, just like so, to help keep some of the heat in, okay, and help keep some of the beasties out. So those wee beasties that will try and come ferreting around actually won't want to chew through this foam, and we're going to put a tarpaulin on top of that just to kind of keep that heat and to kind of help that digestion down and create some lovely compost. And hopefully in a few more weeks' time we'll have some nice results to show you all. So there you go, that's me. I'm James Normington. Thank you for joining us. Toodaloo.